What's up, everybody? So, yeah, Buckies. Y'all know I've said it many a times, and the two most important tools that I have is my clamp meter and a multimeter, which they're two different tools. The clamp meter, I've only had that thing like a year, and it literally has saved me so much headache. My multimeter, on the other hand, I couldn't do car audio without it, which brings me to this. I believe it's a Tesmen brand. I don't even know, but they sent me this, and they wanted me to test it out. So this is a badass little multimeter for the price. So let's go ahead and lay it down here on this project that still ain't been completed.
Them doors for days.
So first off the rip, you know, you get a little case, little user manual, and it's all bagged up. This is the first time I've opened it, guys, so bear with me here. And here we have the leads. Get out of there.
They're just your basic leads that you would find with any multimeter.
You got they got the plugs. I'm going to pull that out and throw it in the bag. And then they're actually giving you Duracell batteries with it, which that's a plus, guys. And then here's the meter. And I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of things I like about this little meter. But, yeah. We'll get into that. Let me put the batteries in here real quick. I know this case comes off and there's a little Phillips screw, so let me get them in, then we're going to fire it up. So we're going to plug in the leads. That you hit this button to light up the screen. You hold it. You got a light on the back. Pretty handy. We'll turn that back light off. But what I do like is it's auto sensing. Off the top, plugging into an extension cord, it's telling me that we're at 121 volts. That is awesome. I can come over here. Come over here, right? Did you stop filming?
No.
What was you pointing at, the ground?
I wasn't pointing at anything but you.
So, anyway, try to film the little meter there. We can get on this recone, and it's automatically telling me that. Okay, let's see. Well, that's detecting a short circuit. Maybe because they're not in a motor gap. But anyway, damn it, I'm dragging this all over the place. I have to edit half of this out. Anyway.
Next.
And we at 13.8 here.
Get you down in there. Y'all see?
So it senses voltage. Like DC voltage, AC voltage, super quick. We'll go down to one of these old FIs here and see what it detects on this bad boy. And see, it's automatically, like, now it's really wonking out on that. This thing might not like doing coils of subwoofers for some reason. Yeah, it's jumping all over the place trying to do subwoofer coil. I feel kind of bad now.
But that's what we got them for.
No, it's jumping all over the place and ain't reading subwoofer coil. Right.
I thought that's what they sent them for, though.
So, let me poke in that.
Poke, poke.
See, it ain't wanting to do. Maybe. I mean, it's got a hold feature that's working. But I'm sure that's a 4 ohm coil. And it's straight up bypassing that. And reading it as a dead short. Which I don't understand that. It's supposed to be auto sensing. So I was going to say this is like an awesome multimeter for car audio. So far this thing's acting wonky trying to read ohms. I know this is a 4 ohm speaker and it's just giving me all kind of trouble. I didn't shut it off and turn it back on after I put the batteries in. So let me, how the hell you turn it back on? Haha, hold that. Hit that, turn the light on. Now let's see what it does. Yeah, it's still not wanting to read the coil of a speaker. So, you know, I watched some reviews on this little meter, and a guy that was doing the review, he compared it against a little fluke meter, and for checking resistors and things like that, it was so accurate on resistors. On the AC voltage, it was super accurate. On DC voltage, it was super accurate and everything. And I was like, man, this is going to be an awesome little meter. And it will not check the continuity of a speaker coil. And I had like really, really high hopes that this thing was going to do well because, one, it's pretty cheap and reasonable. I think the thing's like $10. And it's supposed to have this feature in it like for...
Hey!
where it'll detect electrical current in something. And
because nothing's plugged into it.
It's showing low current going through the extension cord in here.
Mm-hmm.
But like through this, it's showing, you know, that's working. And the guy that tested it against a fluke, this thing was within like 100th on AC and DC voltage. And with it being auto sensing what you're testing, I was just like, man, this thing's like badass. Because one of the things I hate about my Southwire meter, which is like $100 meter, is that I'm always testing DC voltage with it. So I'm constantly, as soon as you turn it on to voltage, it only has like one voltage setting. And when you turn it to voltage, you literally have to hit the mode button because its default is AC voltage. And it's a pain in the butt because every time I use it, I got to like turn it to voltage and then hit DC voltage. No big deal, but I thought if this little thing would have worked great for the car audio needs, then it would be a badass little meter to keep on one in all the rides because it's so cheap. It's auto sensing. Hell, it comes with like batteries. They're using Duracell. It's coming with $5 worth of batteries. It would have just been perfect. Now, well, is it still a great meter? Yeah. I mean, for doing home electrical, just normal electrical on your car, it will detect a dead short with that beep. That's automatic, you know. It's got a little light that flashes. The downfall is the son of a bitch will not read a speaker coil for nothing. And there's no way to turn the sensitivity down on the ohms or anything because as soon as you detect ohms, it's all over the place on a speaker coil. And it will not give you a baseline of, I checked a recone, a tweeter, and a mid, and it did the same thing on all of them. It just kept going back and forth between dead short because of, you know, the low ohm resistance. But would I recommend it for you to put in your car for car audio? Probably, especially if you're on a budget. Great meter. Downfall is you can't check your ohm loads with it. I would still recommend it because it's so cheap. But guys, at the end of the day, if you're going to be big into car audio, you need to get something a little better that will read the ohm loads and things that this won't. Therefore, I would recommend for something like that, if you're on a little better budget, you don't want to spend fluke money, I have a Southwire. It's great. Some of the Klein meters with a K, they are great. You know, they're better than your auto parts store meters and all that. You know, Amazon has a good deal on them. This little Tesmen's like a $10 meter on Amazon. I'm giving an honest review. It works great on electrical voltage, subwoofers, ohm loads. Hell no.
And if you don't want new, go to a pawn shop near you.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit